Imagine this. You're married to a woman who seems perfect in so many ways. She's fun, she's spontaneous, and she makes life exciting. But there's one problem that keeps coming up. When things get tough, she shuts down. When big responsibilities come along, she avoids them. And when it's time to communicate openly and resolve issues, she'd rather stay silent or brush things under the rug. You're left feeling like you're navigating life alone, with a partner who isn't fully there by your side. What do you do? If this sounds familiar, stick around, because today we're going to dive into a topic that so many people struggle with silently: how to handle a marriage when your wife isn't as mature as you need her to be. Not with anger, not with frustration, but with understanding, patience, and a few strategies that might just change everything. The first thing we need to talk about is what maturity actually means in a marriage. Maturity isn't just about age or life experiences. It's about how we handle the ups and downs, how we communicate, and how we manage our own emotions. In a relationship, maturity looks like being able to take responsibility for your actions, handle conflict without blame, and see things from your partner's perspective. So if your wife doesn't always do this, it doesn't mean she can't. It might just mean she hasn't developed those skills yet. And here's the surprising thing. Instead of focusing on her flaws, there's actually something you can do to help build that maturity within the relationship. You might be thinking, wait, isn't this her problem to fix? But stay with me, it's about to get interesting. One of the most overlooked aspects of relationship growth is the power of leading by example. If maturity is what's missing, then the best way to inspire it is to embody it yourself. Isn't about doing everything for her or treating her like a child. It's about showing up as the version of yourself that you want to see in her. When conflicts come up, approach them calmly. When responsibilities need to be shared, communicate openly about them. Think of it like planting seeds. When you consistently show what a mature, balanced approach looks like, it can create a ripple effect. People naturally mirror those closest to them. She'll start picking up on the energy you're bringing into the relationship. But here's where it gets tricky. It's not a quick fix, and it's not always easy. There will be moments when she'll push back, or when you'll feel like nothing's changing. So why bother? Here's why. Imagine this scenario. You're both trying to make an important financial decision, and she keeps avoiding the conversation. Maybe she laughs it off or says it stresses her out, and you feel that familiar frustration build. This is the moment when you need to remember that change takes time. If someone hasn't learned emotional maturity or responsibility, they're not going to change overnight, just because you want them to. But by staying patient and gentle, you give her the space to grow without feeling judged or pressured. In those moments of frustration, remind yourself, this is a journey, not a sprint. Take a breath, step back, and allow her to engage at her own pace. Patience is actually a skill that can change everything. Because here's a powerful insight. When people feel safe, they grow faster. When your wife feels that she can open up without fear of judgment, she's more likely to take those first steps toward the maturity you're hoping for. Another critical step: building a safe space for open, honest communication. If your wife feels uncomfortable sharing her fears or weaknesses, she'll never open up fully. The last step, and possibly the hardest one, is to stay consistent. Maturity isn't something you just reach. It's a continuous process, and it needs a solid foundation of trust and consistency. You can't show up one day with patience and understanding and then the next day lose your temper when things aren't perfect. It's about showing up again and again, proving that you're in this for the long haul. This doesn't mean allowing yourself to be a doormat. Consistency is about setting boundaries too. It's about making sure your needs are met while also giving her room to grow. When she sees that you're steady and trustworthy, she'll feel safer, more supported, and more willing to meet you halfway. Here's the truth: when you commit to this journey, you're building a relationship that goes beyond day-to-day frustrations. You're building a foundation of mutual growth and respect. Over time, she'll become more mature, more confident, and more capable of meeting you where you are. Dealing with a lack of maturity in a marriage is challenging. It requires patience, understanding, and a lot of self-reflection. But the rewards are worth it. Because if you can show up with love, if you can create a safe space and offer genuine encouragement, you're not just helping your wife grow, you're strengthening the bond you share. You're building a marriage where both partners can reach their fullest potential together. And remember, relationships are about partnership, not perfection. By helping each other grow, you're not only making your marriage stronger, but also creating love that lasts. So be patient, be kind, and trust the process. The changes may not come overnight, but they'll come in ways that last a lifetime.